Pat with Right Channel Radios. Today we're going to take a close look at the President Walker 3 AM/FM radio. This is a mid-size radio. It's going to be ideal for somebody who's looking for a bunch of functions but might not have the vehicle space for the full size, let's say George or McKinley radios. So here it is, the President Walker 3. Also, this is going to be more of a tactile radio, so it doesn't have a big menu like lots of President radios do, but it has tactile controls on the front. So also for somebody who likes a dial for basically everything instead of working with functions that are inset inside of a menu. Let's open up the radio and see what we have. It seems like more and more folks are desiring these mid-sized radios because cabs and vehicles are small. So if you want something, especially something tactile, a mid-sized radio can be a great option. Okay, so there's the box. As always, we've got our sticker and our Walker 3 manual. Nice large manual there. Okay, let's put that off to the side. And here is the radio itself. Okay, let's take a look at it. Big heatsink on the back of the radio, so you can see a bit smaller than a full-size radio. And then, of course, on front you have either a switch or a dial for basically every function. Also, the channel button on this side pushes in to switch between modes, and your 5-volt USB charger there. So if you're driving an older vehicle, you have a nice charging port. Okay, let's put that off to the side. Oh, and then on the back of the radio, of course, you have outputs for PA, external speaker, and then your voice activation. It does have a 3-pin. This radio does take a 3-pin power plug. So again, I'll just go ahead and point at these. You have your external speaker on the far right side, PA, 3.5 millimeter jacks for both of those, and then your voice activation accessories there, SO239 connection, large heatsink, and then a 3-pin power plug at the base. Okay, let's see what we have in the accessory box here. Okay, of course we have our standard U mounting bracket, fused 3-pin power cord. We have our accessory bag that has the knobs for mounting the radio, as well as a microphone clip, and well, I suppose that's about it. And there is an additional fuse in there, and then mounting hardware. So pretty basic. And then the standard 6-pin President microphone. Again, the Walker is a 6-pin radio, so compatible with all 6-pin accessories, including President's new Bluetooth microphone that has the controls that you can put on your steering wheel, which is pretty handy. So that is an option if you do want something like that. Just put this off to the side. Okay, so that's everything that was in the box. We got the President FCC, President Walker 3 FCC, tactile radio, the President mic, 6-pin, of course, power cord, accessory bag, radio mount, manual, etc., etc. Let's take a closer look at the Walker and the functions that are on the radio itself. All right, so let's take a quick look at all the functions on the Walker 3 radio. So first off, of course, here you have your volume and your squelch controls, and also your power on switch. So let's just power it on. So volume, of course, right here in the middle, and then squelch on the outside. You can see it's set to automatic squelch right now. If I turn up the squelch, you'll see in the display how the automatic squelch designation goes off. Over on the display, we can see, of course, 5-digit frequency counter, channel indicator. BP stands for whether the beep is on. The beep is on when you're changing channels, for instance, the key beep. And then AM, it's currently on AM, and up top here, you can see the FM button. But let's keep going down. In the middle, you can see we have RF power, so you can adjust the RF power on this radio. Next, we have RF gain and mic gain. So mic gain in the middle here, RF gain on the outside. We'll go up top. You can see here's the button for weather functions, and let's not forget the display here on top. You can see transmission power. On bottom you can see reception quality. Here is your weather button, so you can switch between NOAA weather channels. You can change those here. And then if you hold this button down, you can get to the weather alert function. So you can turn on weather alert. Here's your CB and PA toggle. Moving on, you have emergency channel 1, emergency channel 2, which you can set which channels those are in the menu. And then in the middle position, of course, is just off. Then you have your noise filters on the bottom. No noise filter is selected. Go up. Now you have A&L and noise blanker, and then all the way up you have A&L, NB, and high cut. So those are your filters. Of course, you have your AM and FM designations here. So one click to switch between those. If you long press this, you can get to your talkback function. So now we're in talkback. Anyway, so that's how you long press. If you long press, you can turn talkback on and off. And then you have your scan function here. Let's go to, we're on AM mode. Click on this. And of course, now we're scanning through channels. Depress it again. This radio also has skip scan and a voice activation as well. Let's go ahead and get into the menu. To get into the menu, you long press the channel button. Okay, first item in the menu is the color, display color. So let's go ahead and toggle through those. Oops, sorry. You have to click it. Okay, let's toggle through those. So green. And back to orange. So that way you guys can see all the display colors. Click it again, push the button in again to set it. Then of course, dimming. Dimmer's off. And it was on 9, so it was all the way on its highest brightness right there. Okay, moving on. Key beep, on or off. So you can turn the key beep off. I'm going to keep it on for now. Roger beep, on or off. So you have your different Roger beep tones there, or sounds. All right, and then you can select different tones as well. This is where you set your emergency channel. So emergency channel 1 is set to 9. And I imagine emergency channel 2 is going to be set to 19. Yep, but you can adjust those. So let's say we want to set it to 24. Now over here for emergency channel, well, I think we're still in the menu actually. Here. We're just going to move on actually. Here we go. There's your voice activation settings. SWR, this radio does have the SWR tuning function. So if you turn this on, essentially you'll have a long tone if the SWR is at 1.0, and then a broken tone the higher it is. So you can turn the SWR function on and use that. Mic type, so you can select the different mic types that you're using if you have a dynamic microphone. This is the PA setting. This is your skip scan, so this is where you can choose the channels you want to skip if you're using skip scan, and then reset. And that is all the functions on the radio. And of course we have the standard President mic with the channel buttons on. When you're in the menu, let's go back to the menu. You can of course use the up and down channel buttons on the microphone to key through the menu. Thanks for sticking with us as we did a deep dive into the functions of the President Walker 3. If you're somebody who, again, drives a vehicle that doesn't have a lot of cab space, but you're looking for a nice tactical CB radio, the Walker 3 is going to be an excellent option for you. If you've appreciated the information you've learned here today, we of course would love your business at Right Channel Radios.